Yeah, very animated in the first half. What was kind of your source of frustration when you got into halftime, kind of with the team?
Yeah, I didn't think we were as hooked up as we typically are, especially defensively. I thought we gave them some opportunities from the 3-point line that we put a lot of time into the last couple of days about not letting them get started. And I thought once they hit one, they're the type of team that has guys that they can make 3, 4, 5 of them that you can't guard because they're just get on a hot streak. So. I thought the guys after halftime, though, did a much better job. I thought we were way more aggressive. We got them pushed out, and we were able to disrupt them a lot more.
I think the number now is like 299 points to open the year. Just like, how early on with this team could you tell offensively you guys could be this good?
Yeah, we've talked about it a lot. They just share the ball, and I think that's what good offense comes from is guys that are willing to move it, share it. We had great balance. One night it could be this guy, one night the next guy, but they really don't care. They don't talk about it. They just go out and play, and they take what the defense gives them. And I thought again tonight, 23 assists to 7 turnovers was really good, and I think that's why you get the shooting percentages you get because we're getting the right type of shots.
Where did this team, in sort of your mind, find that in the summer? That instinctive trust of one another, that if the ball keeps moving, a good shot can become a great one. That the next pass will lead to an even better shot. That he'll make the shot. I don't need to force it. Like, where in your mind did this team kind of find that trust in itself, especially as a group that obviously had not played a lot of basketball together before this summer?
Yeah, I don't know if there was like that one moment necessarily. I think it was just a collection of, hey, this is what we talk about, prioritize every day. I think they did a great job of buying into it. I think we even had a little bit of non-success when we played Mega the first time. We had like a 10, 12-minute stretch. I think we had 6 points to start the game or something. We're down 20. But a lot of that was, as they've soon found out, like the ball quit moving. So I think they've kind of learned from that a little bit of like, hey, we're really good at offense when we play this way. We're not as good when we play this way. And to this point in the season, they've done a really good job of continuing to share it.
Yeah, Coach. So 10 or more threes each of the first 3 games. Hasn't happened here since 2016-17. Just your thoughts on how well you guys are doing what you want to do and getting the threes and making them.
Yeah, again, I think they're getting the right type of shots. I think guys do a great job of understanding how to get shooters open. I think they have a really good understanding of when to deliver it. Their timing there has been good, and because we're getting enough movement, outside of all the different areas on the floor, we're able to kind of create some things and put defenses in some tough spots. And whether it's in pick and roll or back cuts, if the help comes from somewhere, our guys do a really good job of reading it. If it's not there, that means somebody else is probably open, and that's where a lot of those threes come from.
Yeah, Darren, just with Tate and Conerway, obviously big scoring night tonight. What does he do offensively to you guys to elevate you on the offensive standpoint when he is getting downhill and looking to actually create for himself instead of dishing out to his teammates?
Yeah, what Tate just has that ability to get by people. He's got a little shake to his game, and you haven't seen it a lot. He hasn't needed to, but I thought tonight he did a really good job, and we thought he could potentially have a big night. We talked to him. Shoot around today, like anytime we're in trouble, like just, create a gap or have the other guys create a gap and you just stick your head down and try to get to the rim and make a play. And I thought he did a good job of attacking tonight. You got to the rim a lot. He got into the paint and sprayed. He's one of those guys that's something we're going to need throughout the year.
Coach, Milwaukee was a team that takes a lot of threes. They had a lot of mid-range shots today. Was that a plan to run them off the three-point line, force those tough shots?
Yeah, we wanted them off that three-point line as much as possible. I'll give them some credit. I thought our guys in the second half, there was a lot of possessions. I thought we played really good D, and they ended up with a challenge 12 to 15-footer, but they made them. And there was a few that weren't as difficult. But I thought the guys did a really good job defensively of making them take the shots we wanted them to take in the second half.
You mentioned earlier about playing together. You got 73 assists in 3 games from a bunch of guys who never played with one another before. How hard, how challenging is that to make that happen so quickly? And what's What's gone into that exactly?
I think it's just a lot of the intentionality of who we brought here, and then their willingness to be a part of that. We talked to them a lot about this is how we can win, and if we all stay true to that, we're going to have a lot of fun and have some success. But that is the path, and from the summer, the first day they got on campus to us starting to play games, they've bought into it. They enjoy it. They embrace it. So it's usually in a locker room you can tell like when it's real or not. And these guys generally just love playing basketball, and they're a lot of fun to watch together.
The efficiency your offense has played with so far per possession, really strong numbers through the first 3 games. Just, I guess, number one, how pleased are you with the offensive efficiency, and how sustainable is it for going forward?
Yeah, I think the sustainability really is going to be dictated by what we continue to do it. There's going to be nights where you don't go 14 for 28 and you have those same shots. That's just basketball. That's coming. So on those nights, that's our challenge. Is how do we win those games? I actually thought, even though it was an exhibition game, our Baylor game was a similar. Like we didn't shoot it very well, and that was an early test of like, hey, we didn't shoot it well, but we still found a way to win the game. So that's why everything we talk about the offense, we almost let them just kind of go, and you guys just keep doing what you do best. Our whole focus is on the defense and the rebounding piece, because we know if we can get stops, limit people to one chance, and now we get to play in transition. Now we get to go, do what we do best.
Coach, a couple weeks ago, your team was a complete mystery to fans, and nobody who had seen, people who had not seen you, to the basketball world at large. What do you think people might be thinking now when you're scoring 100 points every game?
Yeah, I don't know if that's sustainable, but yeah, it's hopefully what they see is not just the points. Hopefully they see just guys that play the right way. They play hard. They play unselfish. They share the ball. They understand cutting, moving, screening for one another. That's what ultimately we want people to really take joy in. Is like they just like watching this team play together.
Yeah, Nick Dorn's first appearance in an IU uniform tonight. What did you see from him, and then what could his role be going forward?
Yeah, I think you saw why we were excited to get him out there. His first possession, he's firing up a three and knocks it down. So that was great for him, I'm sure too. The whole thing for him, and he knows this, is just got to be a process to get him back up to some game shape and not putting him in a bad position as he's still working his way back from the injury. But he gives us another guy that can go out there and make 4 or 5 in a night. Like he shoots it at a high level, and he's a big strong guy too. So it just gives us a lot of versatility from our bench right now. Then that's certainly something that as a coach is a great luxury. Even in the Marquette game, where we have all the foul trouble, it would have been great to have just another guy that we could have put in there. So as he continues to work back, it's just nice now that we got another person that can go in there and not only just and do go in and do what we ask, but he's one of those guys that can change a game when he comes in.